And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Giants. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Rosen on 1st and 10. Complete out right to Kurz. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Caught by Nelson left side. And it's a fumble. And who's got it? The Giants! Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now Gallman. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Over the middle, complete. That's Murray. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Let's go! Brand 38!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
He's going to get it running right. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. With it on the return is Logan. Return here, he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Flex round! Flex round!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build on. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. With it on the return is Logan. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. Second quarter now. IMandinGOD and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Rosen on 1st down. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 24 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. He's got his man. It's Curse. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Williams to return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Gallman. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here we go. 190. 190.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Quick hitch, complete. It's Murray. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Flex round. Flex round. Hut. Hut.
They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the Ravens taking the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if and he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Trying to lay one up deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Finding room to the 20. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Gallman will run it, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90! You can't block me. You can't.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Giants on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
They'll look to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Here we go!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Here we go!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He'll look to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Murray. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! What? 90!
They'll drop the throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Fielded just inside the 30. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
Watching now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Damon Harrison with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Third and long here for Rosen. He's got Curse. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Come on, let's go. White, 90. White, 90.
On the ground, it's Gallman again. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. The gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd and 1, Rosen. It's caught. Nelson. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now Rosen. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Flex round. Flex round.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This is Gallman. And an alley to run. And down he'll go at the 25. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Let's go. 190. 190.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Good move at the 30. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd in just about a few inches here.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man is Cantrell. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 190. 190.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Everyone's got four down. Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
They'll run again here with Gallman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Back to throw. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now Rosen on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up. Here we go. 319. 319.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Caught right side, it's Snead. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39.
Rosen to throw on third down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They convert on third with a gain of 22. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And now it's Rosen looking. Open space inside the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
To throw is Rosen. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Now Rosen will lead him up here to go for 2.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll try the draw. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Williams now on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe there's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Come on, let's go! What? 90! What?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
38! Let's go!
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Rosen on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Ravens on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Rosen will throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does, is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the line.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they will take a knee here. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams